I may not know Kung Fu, but I do know a good movie when I see one. Hello, and welcome to this review of The Man with the Iron Fist. Starting with, I am not all too familiar with Kung Fu movies. However, throughout my life, I've seen like clips or whatnot in documentaries and films where people are watching Kung Fu, or TV shows and movies where people are watching Kung Fu on like a silver screen or on their home TVs. People are like watching Kung Fu, so I'm like somewhat familiar with it. I also seen like Kung Fu parodies, like trailers for Kung Fu parodies. Never really watched a parody on Kung Fu, but at least seen trailers for them. So I kind of at least know the basics of a Kung Fu movie. And with the fact that this movie was made in the style of Kung Fu, or the spirit of Kung Fu movie, it attracted me to it. And with my basic knowledge of Kung Fu movies, I did thoroughly enjoy this movie. It was just fun from beginning to end, and I loved it. I believe this is how you pronounce his name, Raza or RZA. I don't know. I'm not familiar with him. I was impressed with what he did with this movie. He co-wrote and he directed and starred in this movie, and I was impressed. He showed great promise in all fields, and I would like to see more of him in the future in movies to see what he will do. Because I think he could do better with his acting, and maybe a little bit better with his writing, and his directing was very well done for this movie. And I'd like to see him direct other movies as well, and see what he'll do in that field as well. All the other actors were great. It was fun to see them all. Not all of them I was familiar with. A couple faces I did recognize with the Asian actors, but and they were all fun. But my favorites in this movie were Russell Crowe and Lucy Liu. Both of their characters were well done by the production staff, with their writing, the creation of them. But they were also beautifully performed by these actors of Russell Crowe and Lucy Liu. And also these characters were by far the most interesting. Russell Crowe played Jackknife. He had a gun that had a knife on it and that spun and cut people, and also had like an actual gun on it too that shot. And he was pretty cool. He was kind of like a westernish character, kind of like a gunslinger. And Lucy Liu played this brothel owner, and she had great fighting styles and was very, very much a flirtatious killer in a way. And she was very fun. Lucy Liu was sexy as always and fun to watch, as she is in any movie. And Russell Crowe in this movie was just plain fun to see. I enjoyed every scene he was in. He was just fun to watch, to see what he was doing, and it was just great. Character development may not have been great in this movie, just kind of poor, but I don't think Kung Fu movies are best known for that. To me, they're pretty much, or for what I've seen, best known for their action scenes. And the action and fight scenes were very well done, very excellently done and planned out. They were very over the top, just out of control, gore, like being sprayed everywhere, people flying around, flipping around, just going everywhere from corner to corner, destroying everything. And it was very fun to watch. I liked it. It was fun. If you are a big fan of Kung Fu, you will love this movie. Everything in it that you've loved from this genre will be in this movie. If you are not a fan, you may or may not like this movie. I know some people who have seen this movie either liked it or hate it, and if you do not know Kung Fu movies, you'll pretty much either like it or hate it. You'll probably start liking Kung Fu movies, or you just like this movie. I don't know, but the general consensus out there with critics and regular audience members is they either like it or hate it. So. But if you have the basic knowledge like I do, like you just know a little bit of Kung Fu, you might actually like this. I did thoroughly enjoy this, and you might as well. But I will admit that even though I did enjoy this movie and it was fun, it does have some bad acting, and the movie was kind of cheesy. I will admit that. My overall rating for this movie, I have to give it 3.5 stars. Some of you will probably be like, that's a bit too generous, but I give it 3.5 stars because it was very fun. and it was an exciting movie that was made in the spirit of Kung Fu, and they captured that spirit very well. And had great action and over-top fight scenes. I'm not really a fan of over-the-top fight scenes, but with this movie I made an exception because that's what Kung Fu movies are generally known for. But it does have bad acting from some of the actors, and there was some poor character development, and just kind of just was the movie seemed to just throw together. It was just like trying to get to all the action sequences mostly. But yeah, I did like this movie. So yeah, that was basically it. 3.5 stars, and yeah, it's a good movie to watch. I hope you do see it. Like I said, you might or might not like it. It's worth seeing in the theaters, but it's more of a rental movie. So maybe if you don't want to shell out the, what is it now, $15? I think it's like $11.50 or something now for a regular ticket to see it. If you want to shell it out for that, shell out the money to go see it, go ahead, fine. But this movie does seem more like a rental movie, but it is a fun movie to watch. It's like a movie you want to get all your guy friends together and see. So yeah, thank you for watching and have a nice day.